The rich keep getting richer by taking debt. At the same time, the poor stay poor by taking debt. How can that be? Isn't debt an evil you should avoid at all costs? After all, according to the Bible, the borrower is slave to the lender. Well, there's good debt and there's bad debt. There's a big difference between these two. By taking good debt responsibly, you can build wealth. At the same time, you can get trapped into poverty if you take on bad debt recklessly. I personally have hundreds of thousands of dollars in various types of debt, and I'm happy about it. By watching this video till the very end, you'll get a good understanding about the different types of debt and set yourself up for financial well-being. So let's dive right into it. To figure out whether a particular kind of debt is good or not, ask yourself whether that debt increases your earning potential or net worth in the long run in some way. If yes, it's good debt. If no, it's bad debt. Bad debt is used for buying things that lose value over time, such as the latest 85-inch TV. They make you poor and often come with a high interest rate. One important thing to note is that debt, regardless of whether it's good debt or bad debt, always comes with increased risk. I'll say that again. Debt means risk. Let's say you take on debt to purchase an asset that loses value. You may end up in big trouble. You not only lose your entire capital, but you're also liable for the money you borrowed. People don't realize how real risk is until it's usually too late and they're bitten on the rear end. Examples of good debt are a mortgage, either for a principal residence or a rental property investment, student loans for a bachelor's or a master's degree, or even for trade school, let's say for becoming an electrician or a plumber, a business loan for growing your business, and even a car loan if it's a very low interest rate loan and used for buying a basic car. The reason these are considered good debt is that they increase your net worth or earning potential in some way. For example, if you're a first-time home buyer and you take a mortgage to buy a home you're going to live in, that's good debt because you won't have to pay rent anymore. You get significant tax savings since the interest on mortgage is tax deductible generally, and the price of the property would go up over time. Some loans can be good or bad depending on the circumstances. For example, a car loan can become really toxic if it's very high interest rate, or you borrow too much to buy a luxury car you can't afford just to impress some friends. Another example is borrowing money to buy stocks. You can do that with a margin account with many of these brokerages. Well, if the stocks go up that you purchase with a loan, you're going to make a lot of money. But if those stocks take a nosedive, you're going to lose so much money so quickly. Bad debt comes from buying things you don't need with money you don't have, such as an expensive vacation. Examples of bad debt include credit card debt, payday loans, most personal loans, and loans for luxury goods such as expensive furniture or a boat. Bad debt tends to trap you in a vicious cycle of debt and really limits your ability to become wealthy. Using credit cards responsibly is a great idea though. By paying with credit cards, you can build your credit and get effectively 4 to 5% discount on almost everything as I explained in this video. But you should be careful to pay the balance in full every month. Even good debt can become bad debt if you're not careful. Borrowing more than you can afford or getting a high interest rate loan are common ways this can happen. For example, you get a mortgage for rental property with a 7% interest rate, which are, by the way, the current interest rates, and the property has a negative cash flow. At the same time, the appreciation is also less than 7%, your interest rate. In that case, you do the math and you realize the mortgage is a really bad debt in this case. Another example is that you take a student loan for a field of study that doesn't really lead to a high-paying job. That can also be a pretty bad debt. Another example is you get a business loan, but the business revenue doesn't quite grow as projected. These are all examples of a good debt becoming a terrible debt. There you have it. Now you know the difference between good debt and bad debt. Go ahead and leverage good debt for boosting your wealth while avoiding bad debt. I hope you found this video helpful. If you got any value from this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment below on your favorite debt. Thanks for watching and see you next time.